It appears that Donald Trump's nomination of Pete Hegseth to be the next Secretary of Defense is apparently even worse than we had thought. With all of the horrible information that we all know has come out about Hegseth over the last couple weeks now, that has apparently been enough to turn even Newsmax against Donald Trump. In a diatribe this past Thursday, Newsmax host Greg Kelly, who used to be a host on Fox News, by the way, just like Hegseth, but Greg Kelly actually kind of tore into this nomination, saying that Hegseth was, of course, extremely blackmailable. Here's what Greg Kelly had to say. I love President Trump, but he's not infallible. And from time to time, personnel mistakes will be made. I was once accused of sexual assault, falsely, he says. I would never in a billion years pay that person a dime. That doesn't sound like a fighter. That sounds like somebody who's blackmailable. And I'm not comfortable with that individual being the Secretary of Defense. He then gets even weirder with it. Pete Hegseth is no Matt Gaetz. He hasn't done nearly enough for MAGA to warrant the Department of Defense job, and he's got serious baggage. Serious baggage. It happens sometimes. Not every pick is perfect. So he's like, hey, this guy's not as good as Matt Gaetz. Oh, you mean the guy who already had to drop out because of his baggage? Like, really not the best guy to compare him to there. But Greg Kelly tried, right? Like, Trump, this is bad. Audience, Trump is not infallible, which I'm sure is a statement that Donald Trump is not going to like. But Kelly, kind of maybe in there makes some, points that might make a little sense to somebody. Here's the thing. And I think this is kind of what Greg Kelly hinted at there, is like, why are you sticking by this guy? And that is a question that I actually got into in depth over at my other channel, Farron Balance, but I do want to bring up some more points here that I didn't bring up over there. Like, Trump doesn't owe Hegseth anything. And Kelly is right that, hey, Hegseth wasn't even a major player in MAGA. Like, so why'd you even pick him in the first place, let alone why are you standing by him when it's so obvious that he's not going to make it through a confirmation? And that's what gets me is like, why this guy? Because not only, I'll add to Greg Kelly's comments here, not only was Hegseth not a major player in MAGA, he wasn't even a major player at Fox News. He's the guy that was relegated to the 5 a.m. Saturday morning slot. Like 95% of the country's asleep when this guy is on the air. So even Fox News didn't have faith in him to put him in a primetime slot. So why is Trump sticking with this guy? It's not like he was a major donor to Donald Trump and you have to repay him. He's generic Republican number one, okay? That is basically what Pete Hegseth is. You could replace him with generic Republican number 2, 3, 4, all the way through like 100,000, and nobody would notice. So it makes no sense for him to stick with this guy. And if even Newsmax is starting to point that out, then I think that's a sign that conservatives are ready to turn their backs and turn the page on this entire Hegseth nomination. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.